Hello, and thank you for viewing. My name is Sherry Wanasek, and I am a Salesforce Business Analyst at Forvis on the Technology Consulting team. If you have any questions or would like more information after viewing today's video, please visit forvis.com to get in contact with our team. Today, I'm going to talk about Salesforce and then practice some hands-on on the Salesforce Sales Cloud. I'm going to cover what is Salesforce Sales Cloud, accessing the application, show you some general navigation in Salesforce. And then as a sales representative, I'm going to show you how to manage your day. I'll review leads, accounts, opportunities, tracking activities, and then analytics. I will show you how once you log all your data, the strong analytics and dashboards and reporting capabilities that Salesforce provides, and then we'll visit Salesforce Mobile. Every business today does need a platform in order to engage with both potential and current customers. With that, there's Salesforce CRM, which is your customer relationship management platform. The Salesforce CRM platform allows a company to gather information, manage their interactions, and use information in a single tool to provide a collaborative and more personalized customer experience. Of course, that can lead to improved business outcomes. Plus, it's accessible via the web as well as your smartphone. So this is going to allow you to do business anywhere. So what is Salesforce Sales Cloud? It focuses on the sales components of your CRM, including leads, contacts, accounts, and opportunities. It is a Salesforce application that helps you sell faster and in a simpler fashion by centralizing your customer data, logging your interactions, facilitating team collaboration, and automating a variety of tasks. Now, today I am going to focus on a sales representative and how they can manage their day in the Salesforce Sales Cloud. But just know too that right out of the box, Salesforce does offer functionality that I won't be covering, things for campaigns, products and price books, contracts, orders, and basic quoting functionality, and also some sales forecasting. And while this demonstration also will not be covering integrations, I do want to state that Salesforce can also integrate with your current systems, allowing you to bring all your data together and to streamline separate processes. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and jump right into our demonstration and see the Salesforce Sales Cloud in action. All right, so now I'm accessing Salesforce Sales Cloud. I'm in a trial instance, which is going to allow me to show you the power and capabilities that Salesforce has right out of the box. As with any platform tool, we're here to help consult and learn what your processes are in order to design and configure the tool to help you best manage your business processes. But today, I'm going to show you the power of the Sales Cloud platform. I'm accessing this through a web browser, and this can be accessed through any web browser, just through a URL and then logging into your Salesforce instance. Now, before I dive into showing you how a sales representative can use this to manage their day, I'm just going to real quickly go over some general navigation in Salesforce and how you can also personalize your experience. So I came in, I am right on the Sales Cloud application. If I hadn't been in here as my first time out, it'll remember where you were last, but accessing this or other applications that are available to you is through their apps over here. And there you can see I'm in the sales. At the top, these tabs at the top, also known by Salesforce as objects, are how I'm going to manage through the different components and areas. So very quickly can easily access different areas. If I have some tabs up here that I don't generally use, or there's something missing that is available to me, or I want to change the order that I see things, maybe I want to move opportunities a little closer to the left, I can personalize my navigation bar just by clicking a pencil icon and making those changes. Top right, you can build a favorites list, which you can easily manage. So say I have a particular opportunity that I'm quite heavily working on. I'm in it almost daily. When I'm on that particular record, I can at the top star it to save it to my favorite list. And that eventually just starts to create you a list of, so you can quickly navigate to areas and things that you're working on. And of course, you can always edit that and remove anything. There's also this global actions available to you top. So no matter what page I'm on in Salesforce, I can quickly do some actions. So perhaps I'm reviewing an opportunity, but I get a phone call from another client. I just want to log my call. I don't necessarily have to look up that contact or their account or go to their account in order to log it. I can come to my global actions and just click that. It'll pop up a little screen, whatever page I'm on. And from here, I can mark down what I'm doing, any comments, and then assign it to a contact record and manage it with their account and save that. Again, without having to navigate directly to their account information. Various help topics you can access on just using things in Salesforce. There's a notification item here, so your administrative team may have set it up that perhaps you'll get some notifications when you're in your Salesforce instance, perhaps when a lead is assigned to you to bring that to your attention. I would get a little icon letting me know how many notifications I have out here. And then of course you have your own profile. So this is my Salesforce instance that I've logged into. I can click a little further. I can upload a photo like I have. I could also change some various things about my position, just put some information in on my personalizing my account. I can also control some of the settings that I have specific to my login. If I were to click the settings, I could come to an area here. I have a quick find box. But these various items here, I can make changes to, such as, here's an example of the language and time zone. I can set my time zone. There's some certain things I can set up in my email settings. Also with my Salesforce calendar, I can set up notifications or reminders and how often I want to get things. So a little control you have over that. All right, but what I'm going to do is when you initially log into Salesforce, you do land on your home page, and that's where we're going to go back to and start from. So let's just look at this as I'm a sales representative. I'm coming in for the day. I am logging into my Salesforce Sales Cloud, and I need to understand how to manage my day. Basically, what I'm working on, what I'm doing, dive into some of my accounts, open up some of my opportunities and leads that I'm going to be working with. When I initially log in, you can see up here at the top left, I have a performance chart. It's showing me where I'm at and where I need to be, and in this instance, where I want to be by the end of this quarter. So it's looking through December. I have a goal that I have set based on my year-to-date goal, what I need to accomplish for this quarter, which is you can change, but it's showing me how many dollars I have so far towards my goal in closed won opportunities. It's also reflecting what I have in open opportunities. And the closed and open opportunities for open, it's any deal that I'm working on that is where I'm at in the sales process is showing that I'm about 70% chance of having that as a closed opportunity. So in the chart itself, here's where I am at dollar-wise for current closed won opportunities. Up here's showing the line for my goal. And then this is my path. These are my opportunities, some closed, some still open. And according to this path, I should hit my goal if I stay on track with everything by mid-December, therefore meeting and slightly exceeding my goal. As you notice, I've gone along the path. I have some blue dots. Basically, this is showing me a particular opportunity. So I can click that. I can take a quick glance at what that is. I could also hyperlink to that opportunity. I can see that I have a $75,000 deal going. And here is I'm in the negotiation and review stage. But more importantly than just seeing my performance here, this is really great chance for me to monitor where I'm at currently and making sure that I'm continuing positively towards my goal. But what I really want from this page is the ability to see what do I need to be working on today in order to continue to stay on track and in order to hit that performance goal. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with my homepage assistant over here on the right. So you'd use this assistant to view important updates over the course of the day. It's pulling in up to 10 records and showing you things that you should be working on for your leads and opportunities that might need some follow-ups based on specific dates and activities and things occurring on them. So you can click right on them to go directly to those pages. And there's some activities you can do from here. So any new leads that were assigned to me today are appearing here. And as an example, I know that I have talked to David already. So that particular lead for an activity, I had emailed him earlier. I do have notes on there. So I could just mark this off. That's not a part of my day any longer. I've taken care of that. If I wanted to update that, take that from there. It's also showing these opportunities overdue. And what that means, overdue from when I had planned to close a deal. So if I were to hover over that, I had planned to close this on, that was my target, was for November 2nd, which we're now past. So quickly as I hover over to it, it's showing me some information on that, the amount of the deal and when my close date was. I could also expand that and I could go back in, I could edit some things directly in here for that. And I could certainly click right over to go to that opportunity, which is something that I will want to visit today because of it being something I had wanted to close. I have another opportunity, same thing. I had anticipated closing that on the 3rd, so last week as well, and an opportunity I definitely want to follow up on. It's also going to show me opportunities that haven't had any action, or I have no activities. So I can hover, I can see that I'm planning to close this at the end of the December, but I don't have any current activities occurring. So I could create a new task from here or a new calendar event item, a meeting that I want to set. And it's also pointing out, so that one, it's just looking at an opportunity that doesn't have any current open activities. This one is looking at an opportunity that I have had 30 days. It's out here as an opportunity and I don't have anything scheduled. I don't have any tasks, any meetings scheduled. So it's really pointing out to me to make sure that this doesn't slip through the cracks. I could quickly add a task so that I don't forget about this. And I'm going to go ahead. I have some other tasks for today, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on for tomorrow. It's been a while since I visited anything with this opportunity, so save that. And you can see too that dropped it off for my assistant, not having had any opportunities. All right, other things I can check out that might be a little bit more important are looking at today's events. These are things I have for meetings. To be in a meeting for a discussion. I have a lunch with a new prospect, and then I have a meeting this afternoon. So I can go right to my calendar and view these. There's links here. I could link specifically on this to get some information about who it is I'm meeting with and where I'm going to and what time that is. Or same thing, if I would click up here on my calendar, I could have had a list of the different things I have going on. So let's return to the home page. Those are things that I have on my docket today. But I also want to take a look at tasks that I have scheduled for today. So I do have a call I want to call as a task I'd set for myself to make sure that I call on this particular opportunity. If I can't remember quite what it's about, I can just hover over the opportunity. I can see that I'm planning to close this at the end of December and also take a look at the amount of that. That'll be something that I want to cover today. I also need to call this particular company on that, but you know what? I made that call this morning, so I didn't mark it off, but let me get that marked through because that's something I took care of already. And I can see that I wanted to send an email today and also another one to talk about some availability. Again, if I can't quite remember what it was about, I can just hover, give me some basic information on that. And these are all hyperlinks, so I could go over to the account page or to my contact page prior to making that call with them. All right, but I do know that I want to look up a particular account. So let's go. Going up to my global search at the top. I'm just going to punch in some information about the account I'm looking for. And now what Salesforce is doing is it's looking across all of my objects. It's looking across all of these items that are showing to the left to see something that is for Edge. I have one account with Edge in the name. I have 4 opportunities. So you can just generally see that. I can scroll down and see all of those items. It's basically looked across everything and pulling up Edge for me and all the different things that are going on. So I had a meeting. So this is just showing me an event that occurred last week, where I was at with that, showing me the various contacts and the various opportunities I have going on. So I'm going to go to the account. This page is really giving me a 360-degree view of everything that's going on with this account. At the top, I just have some general information, their industry, phone to reach, their site, and who owns that account, which is me. I can also see below here, I have details about the account specifically. What I want to notice down here is I have a chart in here. It's really showing me my open opportunity pipeline. So I've got some rather large deals going on with this customer. So this is a customer I want to make sure that I stay focused on, because I do have some deals in progress and quite a value of money here. Over to the right, I have my activity. I have an upcoming task that's going to be out there on the November 14th. So that's showing me that information. This is the task from on my page. I had a task out here to call Teresa. We saw that on the home page, but I took care of that. So I marked it as having taken care of it already. So it's no longer in my upcoming, but it moved it down here as it's keeping some historical information of things that have occurred on this account for this month. I also had a follow-up that I had done earlier and marked off on my tasks. So I don't have that. If I needed any information on what that task was about, I could simply hover over to take a look at that. But again, this is a customer that I want to keep my eye on. I do have a lot of deals going on with them. Going now over from the details page to the related. So this is just a quick way for me to see the various things going on with this account and if I wanted to link over there. So I've got some quick links. That's kind of really same opportunities and cases and things that I have going on. I can hover to get a quick glance. And of course, I can reach to their contact page from here. You can see my 4 opportunities. This is a nice quick glance at seeing what stage I'm at with them, and also the values and the close date. So I had a recently closed one deal with them. And upcoming, I'm looking at, I was Edge installation. This opportunity was a negotiation review. I had my conversation this morning with Teresa from there, and I've actually closed this. So let's go right over to that opportunity. Now you can see I'm on the opportunity page here at the top. And one of the things that helped me through my sales process is I had a sales path, a nice visual here to keep me on track with this opportunity. This is specific to the opportunity. I've got a detail section. You're probably noticing that this is set up in the same manner as the account page. So it's very nice, very clean, same look and feel as you move across from accounts to your opportunities, contact record in the same manner. But this specific about this opportunity, I've got all the details I need in regards to that as well. I also had this follow-up task. This is a task I did. So as you can see, that carried over to this particular opportunity that I followed up on. So there's the prospecting. Again, this is when designed, it's designed to your specific business processes, but these, so we have, the prospecting stage, there was a qualification stage, a needs analysis. The proposal is also showing me how many days this has been sitting in that proposal. And of course, right now we've been in the negotiation review. Show you a few things too. Your company might set up some things to help you guide you in success. So there are some key things that during the prospecting stage that we make sure that they want us to do. So I just have some guides to kind of help me along as I'm moving through the process. And you can see this changed things that we try to do with that qualification in the analysis. Well, anyways, my call earlier, following up on this, went really great. We were at the negotiating, but we've closed this deal. So this is great, fantastic. I can close that right up here for my sales path. I could do that for my detail section down here as well. My close date was 7, so I'm hitting my target on that. Your close, I can simply click this select close stage, and now I'm picking that I did win this deal. So now I can save that. And you can see my path is updated. It changed and saved successfully. So this is really great. I want to show you another view. So if I didn't click, I clicked over this from the account. I linked over to it. But there's different views. They're all kind of set up similar. But let me click on the opportunities. And this is bringing up a list view of all my opportunities specific to mine. There's different list views that can be created. Looking at ones that are just closing for this month, maybe the ones I want to see that are just within my quarter. This particular pin list is all my opportunity specific. Now I'm seeing this in a nice list view. Again, hyperlinks to access everything. This is giving me at a glance real quickly where I'm at with these items. I'm going to show you a really great view. This is a Kanban view. And this is showing me from my sales path where everything is at. It's laid out a little bit differently. I've got these cards on each, and you can see they're totaled. So I'm prospecting some opportunities, and this is how much I have in my prospecting stage and how many dollars I have sitting in the qualification stage. So this is a really great way for me to quickly get up to speed where my dollars are and where I'm at in status for them. You can see I can hover. This is one that I have no current opportunities, no activities listed here. So I can easily from here create a new task or event. I could go over to that opportunity. One of the other really great things in here is if I have some things that are qualified and I've talked with them. So maybe I've talked on these and I've actually just moving this on to the next stage. I want you to quickly just kind of keep an eye on the dollars at the top. I have just updated that opportunity. Instead of going to the opportunity, I was able to just move my card over to this because I had talked with this customer. And now I've moved it over into that needs analysis stage. And you might have noticed the dollar amounts here changed with it. So this is a great way to see where I'm currently at. If going into a meeting with my manager and I need to talk about my opportunities, I can easily bring this up and share where I'm at with everything. So this is a quick and easy way, just using a different view. All right, so the next thing I want to show you is leads. So I know from my homepage assistant, I had some new leads, a new lead that was just assigned to me today. So I'll most definitely want to check in and update that. I also have another one that was new, that hasn't been contacted yet. So this is again a list view of my leads. Also, if I had a new lead, I could simply come here and create a new lead if I'm aware of one, or I have a button here to easily add a new lead. But there is one lead in here. Brenda, that I have been working with. So let me just bring up Brenda's lead record. Now, once again, you can see this page leads similar to the opportunities. I do have a path to follow. That's just really helping me along in my process. And any activities I have here. So I can get details. This is who I've been working with. This is a prospective lead. I've gotten pretty far into my status. And the reality is with Brenda, I have determined from my last conversation, we've created an opportunity, and I'm actually going to move this lead very easily into converted. So with your leads, as you're working through your process to determine if they are a viable lead and moving through that, I may find that they're not a qualifying lead. So I don't really want them to have an account, or I don't want them to have a contact record, but I do want to keep history of them, even if I don't convert them for future. And so I can simply mark them as not converted. Otherwise, in this particular case, I do know that we are setting up an opportunity. So what I want to do is first, I'm going to mark out a new task. And I want to make this for 2 weeks out. I'm going to be following up with Brenda from this account. It's not created yet. So right now it's just Brenda. I've got an activity. I'm going to save this because what I'm planning to do is you can see I'm going to review the active opportunity. I know that I have an opportunity now with Brenda. I want to convert her over. So I can either click here to select the converted status. I could also convert from this button up here. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to create 3 things. An account, new account, contact record, and also an opportunity record. So one of the things the system is doing is just checking to make sure we don't already have an existing account, which I can see there's not. If there was, I could have a new contact, but if I found that this particular account was already in here and found it here, I could just choose that existing account versus creating a new one. All right, so I've got my account. I'm going to create a contact record. In this case, I do have an opportunity. So I am going to create an opportunity record as well. If I didn't, I could choose just to create that account contact because it's a viable lead, but maybe I don't have an opportunity just yet. I could select this box to not do that. All right, with that, I just click convert button. And now my lead has been converted. I've got an account set up. I've got a new contact listed with that account. And I also have this opportunity. So if I were to go over to my opportunity, you know, I'm at that prospecting stage. I got a list of my guides here, the things I'm going to be doing while I'm in the stage for this particular opportunity. My information has come over and related. You can see that I have 1 contact out here. That's Brenda because it created her record. And the other thing you might notice too is there's my activity that came over with me. It's to review the opportunity. I'm going to be following up with Brenda. So one nice thing is that came along with converting it. So it was on my lead record. I created that task, but it came right over with me. If I were to go to Brenda's contact record, there is that task since it involves her as well and letting you know. So that's one nice thing is now that I've converted there, I've worked with her, I do not have to recreate my task. So that's kind of nice that everything came right over. All right, so now I want to take a step back. I want to take a look at the analytics, see what happens with all the data I've been entering into the system and the information, and how can I view my information in a meaningful way? So Salesforce has a very powerful dashboard and reporting capability. And as you create reports, you can have a list of various reports that are here all around. And once you've created various reports, which are very simple and easy to create in here, I want to have a more meaningful way and a quick way to look at that. So that's where dashboards come into play. You can take your various reports and there can be dashboards that are created. In this case, I want to look at my salesperson dashboard. This is going to allow me to just view everything very easily. Also, too, if I've got any meetings that I need to have with my sales manager, I can quickly look at my data before I go into that meeting. And typically your manager would also have a view of your dashboard. So we can easily bring this up and talk through things in a quick and meaningful way. So a lot of capabilities of putting it. So I've got over here, various ways to present my information. This is showing my current month open pipeline and where I'm at. You can see too, I could click and drill in. I could actually go right to the report that went into creating this nice visual that I have, seeing where I'm currently at. This is my fiscal year to date open pipeline. So just showing me another view with more information. I can also do different gauges in here. Here's my goal and where I'm currently at in my goal. So for my fiscal year, my goal is at 500, and here's where I'm currently at. So very quick ways to see it. I've got my open opportunities. I can actually, you can see these are hyperlinks. I could easily click on and take a look at my particular opportunities as well. There's cards in here. I can look at my average opportunity size. I can look at my closed opportunities. So as you can see, there's a lot of very excellent reporting, ways to see where I'm at, see my pipeline, see my opportunities. And with this dashboard, I can quite easily have an at a glance look at that. All right, so this is me as a salesperson. I've come into the office. I wanted to manage my day. What happens, however, if I'm out on the road? How can I look at my day? What are my new leads? What opportunities do I have? I'm not going to be firing up my laptop today. This is where Salesforce Mobile comes into play. So if you'll just give me a moment while I switch over to my mobile view. All right, now I've switched over to the mobile view. And one thing I do want to point out too with the Salesforce mobile application, it does come with the license working with both iPhones or Androids, and it's downloadable in your device app store. All right, so really when you bring up your Salesforce mobile application, you're getting pretty much the same view as everything that you've seen when we were out on the desktop version. So this is basically landing me at the bottom of the screen. I do have a home. I can get right to my tasks. I do have some menu for things that aren't showing, but it's taking me right to the home just the way I have it set up. And it's showing me just some of the recent items that I visited. So you could see that I was just on the dashboard before we came over here. I was in the contact records. But it also is bringing me to anything that I have going on today, which is nice. If I have my meeting at this client and I'm on the road, I can quickly just tap in there to remind me of what I'm going to visit. With some details on that. Oh, who am I meeting with? Oh, yes, I'm meeting with Lisa, the company she's with. I've also got the location, which just like anything on your device, I could click and hover over the location to get myself into a map to know exactly where I'm going to. Let's go back home. And also too, I can see all those tasks. These are the tasks that I had from today, the emailing information. I could go right over from the bottom menu bar and choose to go into the tasks. And same thing when I'm out there. You can see at the top, I could create a new task very easily. So it's really great if I am on one of my appointments, I can create a new event, a new task, maybe even when we're talking, I could start the setup of my opportunity when I'm on site with a customer visiting. But if I've done some of the things today, I can certainly mark those as completed, just going down the list. Tapped over, here's the events. If I didn't scroll down and do that, I can go and it's giving me a calendar view so I can take a look at events that I have today. Kind of giving me the list view of that. I can also access all of my accounts, showing me my different list views. So I could look at just my accounts. I could look at all the accounts that we have available for me to review. Here's the recent accounts that I had tapped on today. But I can easily go into any of those accounts. Go into my new one here. And before I go visit with any customer too, if I'm on the road, I can take a look at the details of information on their account. So basically everything that I could access for my laptop, I can also access from my phone. Opportunities. So I'm tapping on my menu at the bottom. It does show you just 4 across the bottom, which are my home, my tasks, my events, my accounts. But I can easily go into what are my opportunities and get my list view of those opportunities. And of course, then I can click on any of them. And when you pull up the opportunities, you can see at the bottom here, here's the amount of this opportunity here. This was a targeted close date. This is an opportunity that was won. It was the amount. And it also had showed me my path at the bottom. So if I was in the middle of that, I could review. And of course, I can click into details to get all my details that I would need about that. So even if I'm on the road, I'm not planning to fire up my laptop, I can easily, from my mobile device, get basically all the information that I did from my desktop. And one other one I do want to show you is the dashboard. So I can also access my dashboards from here. I went into my salesperson dashboard before. Refresh it if I need to. All right. So when we went to that dashboard with all my card views and I could see everything, this is showing me the exact same thing. It's just set up, below each other. So obviously it doesn't have as much space. So I could take a look at my current month open pipeline, all my open opportunities. You can see again that they're hyperlinks. I can easily go to those particular opportunities, showing me all my deals. So this is basically showing me everything that was on my dashboard, just that it has to pack them on top of one another to kind of see them. So great way from either on the road or if I'm at my desktop, I can easily manage my day using Salesforce. All right, with that, I just again wanted to take you on a view of Salesforce Sales Cloud, easily showing you how you can manage your day as a sales representative, either from the desktop or accessing from your mobile device. And thank you for listening to this video. Again, if you have any questions or want to talk to somebody on our team, please contact us through Forbes.com. Thank you.